Hey friends, if you couldn't tell by the sound of my voice, it's a little scratchy, a little throaty. It is flu season and it's a lot of fun. I bet you can hear my sarcasm, but it is not a fun time. And this week I was talking to one of my Video Skills Lab members, and she was submitting a script for me to review, and I was like, this just doesn't really sound like you. And I was giving her some feedback, and she was like, "Well, I'm doing this because I just want to get something in. I just want to get something done." And I'm like, "Wow, I am so impressed. The fact that you are getting anything in when you're sick is just so, so impressive." And I was like, wowed by that. But here's the thing, it's not just her. A lot of people are feeling guilt for not going live or not showing up on video, especially at the start of the year when people have momentum and it's a big sales time and we want to be able to capitalize on that opportunity. So I want to talk to you a little bit about today about like some of my tips around this. Like when should you just like suck it up and go live or record a video, and it doesn't matter how you sound or look or whatever. But when should you kind of be a little bit more cautious and just like take your foot off the gas a little bit? So first off, if you are here with me live, you could drop me a hashtag live, or if you're watching the replay, you can drop me a hashtag replay. If you don't know me, my name's Alex. I am a video strategist living in Austin, Texas, and I'm best known for my work in the Video Skills Lab, where I help people with their videos for $9 a month. And like I said, today we are gonna basically go through like some of these tips because health obviously is the number one thing. I don't want you guys to work when you are unhealthy, when you're not feeling well. You're not going to have your best work end up coming out. So let's get into tip number one here. And I'm going to make it bigger so that everybody can see. So tip one is you cannot lose if you are consistent, right? So if you have been in business for I use myself an example. I've been in business for 5 years. I've been consistently showing up on video for those years, meaning like every week or every other week or a couple of times a month, sometimes more, sometimes, every day during a week. So like the video library that I have created on Facebook, YouTube, wherever is just so much bigger. And I'm going to give you an example because I like to have a Google Doc video training directory to send to my email list. I send this training directory to new leads. I put it out there so people can find. So, I have been sick literally the last 2 weeks, and my family has been sick too. So I'm not stressing about the fact that I haven't been on video because I have this directory, and I'll show you guys what it looks like here. And if you want access to this directory, just comment directory, and I can drop it below. But with this directory, I have basically just a really simple Google Doc, and it's organized by category, where I say, okay, video creation process, and I've got different places that I've got it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever the videos live. Timely video ideas, bringing back the fun to video. I talk about low ticket membership, Facebook groups, engagement, a video series, all of that stuff. And so I actually have not even updated most of the videos I've done for 2025. I need to do an update on this document. But the great part about this is that I don't stress when I can't go live for the last 2 weeks because I have no voice, because I'm sick in bed. My daughter's sick. It just doesn't matter because I've been so freaking consistent. So that is the first thing. Like, you're not going to lose if you are consistent. And there are really strategic ways that you're going to be able to leverage your consistency. So I've already told you about the first way, which is just having this directory that you can send out, right? Where you're able to say to your email list, to your subscribers, to your Facebook group, hey, I'm super sick. I'm not going to be able to show up. Here's this directory with all the trainings, and drop a comment below of what you need help with, and maybe I can point you in the right direction of where to go. The second way you're able to leverage this consistency is with replay weeks. This is where you can take videos that you have already created, and use like a software like StreamYard, which is what I'm streaming with, and you can replay these videos. Do you think that people are going to like remember the video I recorded 2 years ago about a particular topic? That, if the information is still relevant and I share it again, I replay it again, do you think people are really going to care if I replay that video? No, like instead, it's just going to be something that's helpful, that's a reminder. Maybe it was a video they actually wanted to watch, maybe they're brand new. It just does not matter. So do those replay weeks. Take those, either replays that have been really popular or videos that maybe didn't get enough views. You can change the titles. You can play around with the titles, test different things, and use the stuff that you have already created. And in some ways, this can be like a fun test as well, and an opportunity during your sick time. Okay, let's talk about these, in this one, I'm gonna give you some ideas. Like if maybe you're feeling like pretty okay, maybe you're just like not at 100, like me right now, I would say I'm at like 90%. Like you can still hear in my voice that like my throat's a little sore, a little congested, like, but I'm overall okay, right? So I can show up here with you guys and be okay. Whereas like the first two strategies were like use the training directory, do replay weeks. That's like you're in bed, fever, shaking, nauseous, like you just don't record. Like just stay in bed, just get better, just take the time for yourself and do that, right? So let's just make sure you do that. But if you are at 90%, you're good, and you're like, I want to record, then here's a couple options. So number one, you could do something like a faceless video. So a faceless video would be something like this. I'll show you. You can't see my face anymore on the screen, but I do have a document on the screen. I could also have some sort of graphic or photos or whatever, some sort of visual tool or some, like I said, a document, photo, whatever, that's going to allow the user to be looking and engaged in learning, but you don't necessarily have to see your face. So you could be behind the camera with your hair up in a messy bun or in your bathrobe or in your pajamas with your tea or whatever, and recording this video and still offering high value stuff. And I got to be honest, there's some days I'm not even sick and I literally just am like, I don't want to show my face today. I am not down for it. And I will, I want to go back. There we go. And I will do like a faceless video. And I got to say, these videos perform really, really well too. Okay. Another option, and our last option, is to kind of just show up anyways. And that is what I am doing today. Even though I'm only at 90, even though I'm like, my voice doesn't sound the way I usually sound, and I feel like I don't look 100%. I'm like, whatever, like it just doesn't matter. Done is better than perfect. As long as you're mostly good, you're mostly healthy. And what I would say too is like, this is also a unique opportunity to help your audience from the perspective of what to do in their scenario if you're sick. So for me, I'm like, I'm showing up. It's like, okay, I'm in the video space. What to do if you want to get on video, but you're sick and feeling that guilt? Or if you're in the health and fitness space, let's say you're a personal trainer, what to do if you have big weight loss or strength goals in 2026, but you're starting off the year sick and you feel like your goals have been sabotaged. Or let's say you are someone who's helping busy moms to manage their toddlers or whatever. So maybe you do a video that's like helping them and giving them your best tips for dealing with that stuff when they're sick. So have it be kind of timely, and because what you're going through, probably your audience is going through as well. So that is what I would say. I hope this has been helpful. I see we have a couple of people here live today. Good to have you all here. If you have questions, let me know. You can comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was as well. But the overall thing I hope you get is that you cannot lose if you're consistent. Make sure that you are showing up when you're not sick this entire year. Build up your training library, and then you're not going to have to worry if you're out for a week or 2 or even 3. It just doesn't matter. All right. Talk soon.